Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, located in Central Maryland. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I know I haven't been here in a while, but I wanted to share this card with you. It's a quick and easy masculine card, and I know a lot of people struggle with masculine cards, so I'm going to show you one today. Now I'm going to turn the camera around. If you get ill, look away, because the camera is moving. Here we go. And hopefully it won't drift. I have been suffering from issues where my camera drifts. Yeah, it's hard. Life is hard sometimes. Okay, there are the stamp sets that I'm going to be using today. Let me get my laptop going over here, so if anybody pops on, has any questions, I can address those. There we are. Okay. So let me move this up a smidge. All right, so more messages. This is where my sentiment is coming from. I think we're going to use You're the Absolute Best. This is an online exclusive, not in the catalog. You really should check out the online exclusives. There's a lot of great products over there, not in any printed catalog or flyer. You just have to go online and check it out and visit my store. And you can see everything. Now this is Along These Lines stamp set. This is in the annual catalog, and we're going to be focusing on this lion or tiger, I guess. I've also used other images out of this stamp set. I've used the birthday cake, a bike. I would love to use this little puppy. I think he's so darn cute. And this rose picture, and then there's I guess a dolphins. There's a big dolphin, baby dolphin. So I'm thinking you could even make like a baby shower card or something. Welcome to the new baby. All right, so I'm going to put these aside. I will do a brief catalog tour after this presentation, and so you can find things. So this is the card that we are making. Move this up. I think my camera's drifting. So as I told you, it's the tiger. We're going to stamp him 3 times and in coordinating colors. So on this piece, it's Blueberry Bushel. We'll stamp him in Blueberry Bushel. Misty Moonlight. We'll stamp him in Misty Moonlight. The card base is Smoky Slate. And then we have this greeting, which comes from the More messages. And I wanted to stamp that first, because that does have a die cut. So that will be in Memento ink. I have a scrap of basic white cardstock. It's just a half a sheet. And then I put that stamp, the More messages. So it has all the greetings or sentiments on one stamp. So you stamp, you ink once, you stamp once, and then you die cut. Let me show you that die again. I'll put it to the side so it's all connected. So let's get started with this. Now, because it's such a big stamp, I'm going to take the ink right to the stamp. I believe this was a card that I stamped for a blog hop. So I'll link the blog hop below, and you can go check that out. So, I'm jiggling the camera, sorry. And the camera's drifting, so let me move this up even more. And once it's all inked up, with the long side along the top, you want to stamp this down. Now I have found that if you bring in another block and you kind of rub that block on top, you'll get even pressure and the stamp on all the sentiments, and it'll look nice. So we'll take that off, lift up our stamp, and voila! Ink once, and stamp once, and then you bring in your die, and you set your die. This oval here fits on the right hand side, and if you look at these narrow greetings here, and kind of use those as a reference point, you can get everything lined up and centered. And then I have a piece of Post-it note tape I have stuck in my die and just keep reusing it. Just need a little bit of stickies to keep this, keep the die centered on all these greetings. So once you're happy with it, just put that down like that. Take it over to your cut and emboss machine, run it through, and you end up with all these die cuts. Now I have done it in not only white, but balmy blue for another project. So I think I'm either going to use your Simply Incredible or the Absolute Best, which I use. We'll see which one I like the best. So I'll put these aside, put my ink aside, and bring in my card kit. So this was a card that we made at a club. I have a local stamp club where I prep everything and the ladies come over and all they'd have to do is look at the card and then recreate it because I have everything prepped for them. So it's very easy peasy. So these strips, that's a blueberry bushel. So we'll go there. I'm just going to dry fit it and put the Misty Moonlight next. And this is our inside. And there is our stamped image, is that tiger. So let's start with the blueberry bushel. This is a kind of a, you see, a vibrant blue. Now I am doing the images on a diagonal. So my blueberry bushel, I'm going to put him to the right. When I do the Misty Moonlight, he's going to be in the center. And then the Smoky Slate will be kind of to the left. So we can take away our card base and get this in here. And I'm going to center him on the piece of cardstock to the right. And then just give them a good push. And there we go. Now his face didn't quite come out the way I wanted, so I'm going to ink him up again. And let's do it on the other side. That's why you get two sides of paper, so you can always have a spare set, another canvas to work on. So let's put him to the right, give him a press for 3 seconds. Much better. So we're done with the blueberry bushel, although I do have ink on my fingers. That's what happens when you are in the stamping business. You get ink on your fingers. So let me clean this off with my chamois off to the side. And now we're going to use Misty Moonlight cardstock and Misty Moonlight ink. Hi Trudy, I'm glad you could join me today. It's kind of a rainy, gray day here. A perfect day to be in your stamp room creating. So it's got some blue on that. I have got blue ink, look at this, everywhere. What the heck? All right, let's get this stamp cleaned up. Get all the blueberry ink off of him. All right, I think we're good. So now with Misty Moonlight, ink him up, make sure we get his face. And again, this one time we're going to be in the center, so I'm just going to eyeball this and put him in the center of my cardstock. There we go. Perfect. And now for the card base, he's going to make sure I have this. The other day I stamped on the wrong side of my card base, so let me get that going in the right direction. Then get this blue ink off my stamp. I am just having a heck of a time with this blue ink. Okay, so if we dry fit these in, I'll kind of know where to place our Smoky Slate tiger. So he's going to go to the left. Make sure we have enough room. Yes. Oh, and then I just put him back into the, see, the ink pad's open and I will stamp on it. So Smoky Slate ink. Good thing I was paying attention, right? I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer to me. Because it's drifting. It definitely is drifting. Okay. Clean that off. And Smoky Slate ink. And he is going to go to the left-hand side, close to the bottom as I can get him. There we go. Perfectamundo. So now, while I have this out though, I want to stamp on the inside. I don't know if I stamped on the inside of my sample or not. No, I did not. But this one I am going to stamp on the sample. On the inside. I'm going to do Smoky Slate since our card base is Smoky Slate. Push this up a little bit. And we're just going to do in the corner here. Like so. I think that looks cute. And then I'm going to bring in an envelope, and I'm also going to put a Smoky Slate tiger like right down here on the edge. I guess you can't see it. There you go. There he is. All right. And now we can assemble this card. Let's put the inside in first. My liquid glue. So I'm trying to go fast. This is a quick and easy card, but my husband went out to the grocery store, and he should be back any moment now. So hopefully I can get this card completed before he walks in the door and starts making noise, unloading dishes, groceries and stuff. All right, so there's our front, and we're going to do blueberry bushel at the top. Now, if this hangs over a little bit, I can always trim it on the right side. And then our Misty Moonlight. So I think that's going to fit perfectly in there. So there's the side that I did not cover the ink. His face was not inked up enough, so a little bit peeking out at the top. Perfect. And then Misty Moonlight, some adhesive. Now, Stampin' Up! Is running a join special right now in conjunction with the new annual catalog that came out at the beginning of the month. You join now, you can pick $165 worth of products and pay just $99 plus shipping. It's a great special. And if you have a long wish list, this is the time that you should be considering this. And this special runs out at the end of the month, so you only have a few more days to take advantage of that. So we could do the absolute best greeting, which I thought would be good for Father's Day, or you're simply incredible. What do you think? You're simply incredible, or absolutely the best? Ooh, tough decision. I think I'm going to do You're Simply Incredible, just because I've already made that You're the Simply the Best. So I can use that for a Father's Day card or a birthday card. Here we go. Just like that. So this is a flat card. I normally always use dimensionals. This time I'm doing something a little bit different. Now, I did use these Smoky Slate Basic Gray pearls. They are also an online exclusive. So, like I said, you have to check out the online exclusives. And I think I'm going to go with, I can't even tell. I think these are Basic Gray, so they are the darker ones. I think I'm going to go with the Smoky Slate ones, just to change it up a little bit. So let me bring in my Take Your Pick tool. And so we have 3, and we have two sizes. We have these larger ones and the smaller ones. So let me take two of these smaller one. I'm going to do in the same pattern just because it makes it easier. So there's a smoky slate, and then we need a larger one right about here. And there you go. A very quick and easy masculine card. And I said I was going to do a very quick catalog tour. So here's our new annual catalog. And if your wish list, remember, you can pick $99 worth of products and pay only, no, you pick $165 and pay only $99, and you will get a paper pumpkin kit included in your when you join. And there's absolutely no obligation to hold classes or sell anything. You can enjoy the discount yourself. So on page 95, right here, let's make sure you can see that. Page 95, this is where we find along these lines is that stamp set with the tiger, the bike, the puppy, the cake. And I was trying to, this card was my inspiration, the sample card. And they just used the birthday card, cake. But that's where the idea of my three colors came from, using three colors. So page 95 for the Along These Lines stamp set. And then if we turn to page 131, this is where you can find the Memento ink that I use, that black ink on the More Messages. And that More Messages, remember, is an online exclusive. And then on page 137, this is where you can find the white, basic white cardstock. And if you turn the page, and on page 139 is the Blueberry Bushel, the Misty Moonlight, the cardstock and inks are right there. Cardstock and then ink, and the Smoky Slate cardstock and ink, and Blueberry Bushel cardstock and ink. So that's the quick catalog tour. The pearls, the basic gray and Smoky Slate pearls, are an online exclusive along with the More Messages. So we're at the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Trudy, thank you for joining me live. The rest of you, thank you for watching on replay. If you have any questions, hit me up. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.